Hello pilots and welcome to a new video in the Sky Hero Academy. Today I want to bring you the very first video in our new series called The Lore of Cloudia. And this series will deep dive into all of the different lore points in Acecraft, like the theories, clues about enemies, pilots, everything that encompasses the world of Cloudia and Acecraft as a whole. And if you don't know what Cloudia is, you'll find out in today's video, because what better way to begin with than with the main story of Acecraft itself. And that's what we're gonna look at today. What the pilots are doing, why they're doing what they're doing, when they're doing it, where they're doing it, and most importantly, what exactly is going on in the whole universe. So without further ado, let's venture into the story of Acecraft. We're gonna start by looking at the introduction of the story that we get in the game. It's a short cinematic that's presented to us when we start to play, and then we're gonna also look over another introduction to the lore that the developers shared on social media. After going over those two, we're gonna analyze them, talk about it, the different questions, answers they give, all the little details and secrets, and all of that. So let's take a look at the beginning cinematic. Cloudia, the Wonder Machine, scientific perfection. For years it operated silently, flawlessly, until one day something went wrong. The moon turned spooky, breathing life into nightmares, intent on world domination. Fortunately, the ancient scientists had designed a safeguard, the N.I.G.H.T, an airship to gather ace pilots and fix the world in times of need. Though they could use a bit more practice, here is our rookie pilot, Echo, taking his flight test. The second presentation goes like this. When the lullaby moon's winding key shattered, the crooked moon was born. It transformed people's night terrors into a nightmare legion. They stole the key of destiny, plunging the Clockwork Islands into chaos. Luckily, we have Mr. X and the ace pilots at the Ark of Hope. Repair the keys, destroy the nightmares, save Cloudia. This is Acecraft. With both introductions side to side, we can see a broader picture of what happened and what's going on in the story. Right, the lullaby moon transformed into the crooked moon because the key on its back shattered, and that gave rise to the Nightmare Legion and the Night Terrors that basically terrorized Cloudia. Due to that, in consequence, they stole the Key of Destiny, which is the main key holding Cloudia together, and the Ace Pilots and the Ark of Hope is a defense mechanism that activated once Cloudia goes into peril. So the Ark of Hope activated, and that's our whole quest and mission. This also gives us a lot of answers, but a lot of questions, like who shattered the moon's key? Is because on the introduction we see a shadow behind ripping the book, and that is not the moon, right? Is there a bigger villain behind? After, when they talk about the scientists, we see Mr. X's hands. Who are the scientists? We're gonna talk about that a little bit too. The keys, what's up with all the keys? What's their magic? What's their power? Why are they so important? Cloudia, the perpetual machine. What is it exactly, right? Mr. X, the Ark of Hope, the pilots, what is their purpose? Why are they here? All of these questions, we're gonna quickly look at them, just gloss over it. This is the first video, this is an introduction, and then we're gonna do distinct videos discussing each one of the topics and way more that there are in the game. Let's start by taking a look at Cloudia, the perpetual machine, the wonder machine, scientific perfection. We see it has a winding key in the middle, a giant winding key, and this is the key of destiny, the key that was stolen. All the little spheres surrounding it, those are the clockwork islands, and these are the levels that we travel through. Right here we see Wonderland, we see the snow biome on the back. And on the farther back, I think that's the ghost swamp. And Cloudia is a machine. It's an artificial world created by scientists. Right, this is what we are presented with. And we know that the Nightmare Legion, by taking the Key of Destiny, all these spheres, they plunge into chaos. So bad things are happening to them. And if we see here in the model of the key, this is a clue that we find in game. It tells us that the Key of Destiny is gone from the perpetual machine, so it's gone from Cloudia, the main key. Tracks split, trains freeze, we're done for, our only hope, find that key, Charlie boy, catch this and sniff it out. So I think this is Mr. X talking to Charlie, telling him, hey, sniff out this model of the key, guide us to where it is. But I want to point out to the tracks split, trains freeze. Right, it's like pandemonium, the whole lands are splitting up, everything's going into chaos, so that's the urgency of our mission. That's Cloudia and the Clockwork Islands. If we see the picture here with Mr. X and the recruits, we see on the board how we have a snapshot of a silhouette of one of the Night Lords, and here on the far right we have another one way bigger. And then we have Cloudia on the middle with all these spheres surrounding it, all the worlds, and Cloudia is broken down, right? So these are the consequences of the key being stolen. Now that's Cloudia and the keys. Let's take a look at the Night Legion and the Crooked Moon. From tips in game, we know that the Crooked Moon was called the Lullaby Moon, that once shone like a lighthouse, its gentle rays leading countless souls into sweet dreams. And then, since the moon grew wicked, those who gaze upon it suffer night terrors in their sleep. So since the moon transformed, everyone who stares at it gets night terrors, and those terrors are manifested into the enemies and monsters that we fight in game. Right, the Night Legion, and then we have the Night Lords, which are the main villains and the leading force. We see here a picture of them with the moon in the middle and 4 of them in the back. This one's Black Claw, but we'll do a whole video on the Night Lords and we'll go more in depth on them. But the main question with them is the moon the main villain of these, or is there a even bigger schemer that's moving the pieces around, right? And that person might have shattered the moon's key, turning it evil, knowing that the moon might have that effect on everyone and create those terrors and nightmares. The other big question that the story presents us with is these scientists that designed the Ark of Hope, and theorizing they designed Cloudia too. So we get told that the scientists designed a safeguard to any catastrophe to Cloudia, and that is the Ark of Hope. Through dialogue in the story here, we are told that the scientists are called the Luminous Club, and also in the Ark we have different sections that we can read a little bit of lore on them, and we can see how this Luminous Club designed various things. And here is where we get a time frame. He says, they say you were built by the Luminous Club 200 years ago. Tell me, whose inventions are better, theirs or mine? This is one of the Night Lords from one of the worlds. Mr. X answers, you're nothing like my creators. They built the order that governs Cloudia. You and your kind are termites gnawing at its foundations. It's interesting that the Night Legion knows about the Luminous Club, right? And 200 years ago, that gives us a time frame. The other time we've seen that is with Bodo. We know that Bodo is 200 years old. So that's an interesting coincidence there. And then with this we know that the Luminous Club also created Mr. X, because Mr. X talks that you're nothing like my creators, right? So Mr. X was a defense mechanism with the Ark of Hope designed to protect Cloudia from catastrophe. Catastrophe like the Night Legion attacking, the key shattering, etc. With the Ark of Hope we get a little bit of lore. Again, I'll make a full video on the Ark of Hope, there's so much to look at here. With the schematics, all the different pictures we have and everything. But we get a little bit of lore on it, and I'm gonna go over it quickly. Built by the brilliant minds of the Luminous Club, this marvel was created to counter catastrophic scenarios, from perpetual machine malfunction to complete world order collapse. The entire ship operates on an intricate clockwork and winding key system that not only connects and maintains the Clockwork Islands, but also serves as Claudia's ultimate defense. So this is talking about the Ark of Hope, and the Ark of Hope is basically a mechanism to defend Cloudia, that's all it is. The main purpose of it, recruit pilots, save Cloudia somehow. So the Ark is very interesting, being the main hub of the game, and it has many things to talk about, but again we'll do a dedicated video on it. I don't want this video going too long. But that's all for the scientist and the Ark of Hope. The other main thing is the winding keys. Very important, they're basically the main power of Acecraft. It's like magic would be in another game or another world. In here the winding keys hold the power. They power up the pilots, they power up the worlds, the islands, the machine in itself, the whole universe, the Ark of Hope, everything. So very important. But anyways, this was a quick overview of the main story and lore of Acecraft. I hope you enjoyed the video. Expect more because there's a lot to talk about. Like and subscribe and share if you liked it, and thank you for stopping by the Sky Hero Academy, and I will see you in the next one.